Hello, my name is Eric Cormier, and I am Vice President of Policy and Strategic Development at the Southwest Louisiana Economic Development Alliance and Chambers Southwest. And this is another episode of Alliance Chamber Insider. Today, our guest is Mr. Thomas Hoefer, someone I've personally been knowing for basically most of my career from our days at LA 99. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great with George Swift, right?
Exactly,
At the old radio station.
Exactly. Now, for those who don't know, Tom serves as Director of Communications and Media at the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury, and he's also our lead team member for the Calcasieu Complete Count Committee. That's all to do with the U.S. Census. And right now, we want to talk about the census. And Tom, right off the bat, tell folks about the Complete Count Committee.
So back in September of 2019, the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury asked me to help create and gather some volunteers to form this Complete Count Committee. The census back in, I believe it was 2000, started determining that their efforts to get responses from Washington were less effective than local efforts to get response. And so they started creating these Complete Count Committees, typically at the county or parish level. Some cities do that as well. States have also been doing it as a way to try to encourage people to respond to the census voluntarily and get those numbers where they need to be.
Right. So actually, that Complete Count Committee has been working since late last year here in our parish. And so now let's talk about the census. We know the committee is working to help push those efforts locally. Folks need to participate. COVID-19 caused some problems.
Sure.
What do you see right now?
Well, the actual date when they wanted everybody to respond was April 1st. And right around that time, of course, was when the COVID emergency was just exploding. So a lot of the efforts that we had created for media and for some mailing lists and text lists to go out and remind people kind of got pushed aside. And it's unfortunate that that occurred. We did have a really nice media campaign in advance of that. You saw Mickey Smith and some other people from around the community helping us promote the effort for self-response to the census. We were really pleased with the way that all went, but then COVID has definitely put, it's made things a lot different for the census as a whole. So that was the date that we sort of asked everybody to go to census.gov, the website. In March, they should have received a 12-digit code that is sent to their address. Doesn't matter who the people are that live there now. It's about the address, and could use that code and very quickly online or by telephone if they prefer, or by having a mailed document to them, they could respond to the census. So they've done that. A lot of people have participated. We are currently at about 55, just a little bit above 55% compliance for the voluntary aspect of the census. We're looking to be a lot higher than that. I mean, we had some pretty lofty goals when we started the Complete Count Committee. Last time in 2010, we're told that it was about 63.8% voluntary compliance. So we still have a ways to go. There is still time to do that. People should be encouraged to go ahead and go to census.gov and fill out the census. Look, it's been a couple of months since they would have received their documentation in the mail with that code. You don't have to have the code. It's about 2 extra clicks to do it online. So it's really not that difficult, and we want people to go ahead and do that if they haven't done so. It's critical that they do so for a lot of reasons. Biggest one is federal money. Plain and simple. There's $675 billion of federal money available that is based on census numbers. And that $675 billion occurs for 10 years until the next census. So if we don't report the way we should, if we don't get counted the way we should, we may miss out on lots of those dollars. And so we want to encourage everybody to do that.
So folks can utilize the computer or digital to get on U.S. Census. They can use the telephone, the digital phone, and get on. But those home counters will be hitting the streets eventually. Any update on that?
It's way up in the air as of right now. They were supposed to hit the streets at the end of April. Well, that's more than 3 weeks ago. Obviously, they've not been able to do that because of the COVID situation. Nobody wants anybody coming knocking on their door now. I know that. And those people that are going to be trained and will be doing that knocking, they really don't want to do it now. Maybe later in the year when things calm down, hopefully they'll be able to get out there. But it just makes it that much more critical that people fill this out on their own and not sit around and wait for the government to come say, hey, we know you're living here. Come please fill this out for us, because we don't know when that's going to be done. And because it's going to be a compressed time frame for them to get that work done, it's just, there's that many more opportunities for errors to be made, people to be missed, etc. So that's really why it's critical that we ask them to do that now.
And what was important under the normal process, computer, home walkers, the U.S. Census was going to be finished by what I believe the early part of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's right, October. Mm-hmm.
And information would be passed to the White House officially for stamp of approval, and all the things that would happen after that would take place. So all that's up in the air right now. So again, it's important that our public utilize the technology that's available, that is quick and easy, whether you use a laptop, a tabletop, or your telephone. If you have internet access, what's the website they need to go to?
Census.gov is the simplest way to get there, and it's a couple of clicks in, but it's not difficult. It takes about 3 minutes. They guarantee that it's 100% safe and secure. Nobody will track you or find out any information about you. We hear all kinds of reasons why people fear either using the computer to do it or just filling out the census, on the paper copy. People who may have maybe receiving government benefits of some kind, whether it be SNAP benefits or Social Security or all kinds of things. They fear that the information they might give will somehow be used to deny those benefits. It is not true. That is 100% not true. That's the number one reason that we hear. There are all kinds of other reasons. It's just distrust of the federal government. It's a shame. We see that a lot of the people who are reluctant to self-report are the people that might benefit the most. They're people in the lower end of the socioeconomic spectrum who are reluctant to report. We had worked with the census, and we were going to have some tents that were going to be able to go out in various locations, kind of strategically placed around the parish, in some of those areas that we know have problems in reporting. Unfortunately, that doesn't look like it's going to happen. They were going to put one, at the Southwest Louisiana Health Center there in North Lake Charles, a tent for people with computers and assistants to help them, guide them through that. They were going to do that at various locations around the parish. I don't think any of that's going to happen. So we're really going to have to help keep getting that message out that it's there, and please do it. It's for all of our benefit. Another part of it is congressional districts. Exactly. And we lost the congressional seat in 2010. A lot of that was because of Hurricane Katrina, and a lot of people left the state. But part of it is just that we don't have people moving into the state. We did in our area for our economic boom, but unfortunately, that's kind of ending right now. The economic circumstances are not the same. We don't have that number of people here, but we would love to get that congressional seat back in 2020. Or actually, it would be taking place with the redistricting that would take place in 2021 for the 2022 elections. But this affects all political boundaries, whether it's your city council district, your police jury district, your school board district, Congress, the state. All of it. It's so important that we get an accurate number and get those people counted.
All right, then. Well, Tom, we thank you for your time today.
Good to see you digitally. We don't have to be 6 feet apart this way or wear our masks.
Exactly.
We're able to do this. Good to see you, Eric. Thank you for having me on, and we encourage everybody to please go to census.gov.
All right, and this has been another episode of Alliance Chamber Insider. I'm Eric Cormier. Until next time, have a great day.